see this video to the end to see those parts. If you don't believe in ghosts, that's up to you. See it for yourself and you be the judge.
It's the hole.
Motherfucking jail cells.
See that the cops watch through the mountains over there too, but I doubt it. That was the homeless people said that when I was coming in, like the homeless people said that.
Like a roof spot. Oh, they don't see you though.
You got the kids.
¿Qué se mira allá, güey? Fresh view? Take pictures. Oh, I know. Mira. Take a picture like that, look. To show the choppers.
All that shit, colors, all movies in the 90s for in LA area. This is where they filmed it at. This is when they had the gym thing going on, so they filmed up here, shit, right here. They use this whole South Central.
Yeah, sí, cierto. Déjame echar.
¿Se hace into it?
Not that far from there. East Lake Juvenile Hall. We gotta do one.
Yeah, it's a video.
We gotta do it. We gotta have a homie in it too, right?
No, he's not. He's not trick. Just hit that ring. You gotta get that ring. Nah, to go down? I don't know. I gotta get that one shot of you guys again at the end. Yeah, just that one. You recording?
Yeah, everybody like on the cell, and then when it's time to come out, or you can even like put them out like this.
Yeah, and just step to the middle a little or come forward.
Yeah,
Damn, that's crazy.
right here, it's on here in the good square.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Allá se ve para abajo. Stay on that, on this one. No, aquí está tallado, like right here, we'll be good. No se mira nada.
You go first, no?
That's V.O.T.G, and it goes like a dollar.
Oh, even those
Choosing cursive with clothes from the surplus. Product of the gift, brought up CD net.
With a scrapper, want to take everything, see? Hold on.
With the voice of the ghetto, since kid had no choice but be rebels. Turned out once I hoisted that metal.
Get in the next one. Have you out?
think it went through? I think we got it. You want to give me in there? In there?
So you can get like the whole, you know what I'm saying? The whole outfit and shit like that. Because you match.
No, tú walk around it, you walk in circles. Para que se mire la acción también, güey, adentro.
Vamos, güey. Regresa.
Selling dope like a dollar. Selling dope like a dollar.
Body print still.
Yeah.
Hear it.
Selling dope like a
Cutting
dollar.
shit.
Yeah.
Selling dope.
I lay down.
They say I'm too old, but tell them it stays better. Day to raps getting us paid, no more pedaling, yay.
What's up, homie?
I hear Tony's flushing and shit.
Oi? On the dark side, eh? You said something? You heard that, homie?
I want to play around.
This is a haunted place. I don't know if you guys heard that shit, but it's in here. Look at that. Look.
Ain't with a few more drinks, silly rabbit. Ain't shit I do for tricks. Gotta stay focused, ain't tryna lose my grip. I hear no evil when you move your lips. Blame the game, homie, you know this.
So what do you think about this place, homie? You gonna go in or not?
I don't know about right now.
No? Oh, you heard that? That shit's vicious.
They going hard.
You hear that? This is crazy, man. That shit's vicious, man. Boy. Hear that? Woo! It's still on it. It's a haunted place. Well, going to the video right here.
gonna close us out? What kind of shit is all you on, Andrew?
Yeah.
You ain't a getaway guy.
Right there. Oh, look, you will have to climb all the way up and go and slide in.
Hey, I'm gonna get the big camera.
Shona, I'm going right now, okay? I just came to get food for you. Okay, don't cry. I'm going right now, okay?
Where you supposed to
Go with Gigi. Go with Gigi.
They're just walking, they ain't even turning back.
What they doing?
There's a documentary about the OLA Lincoln Heights fucking jail. Look. You know what I mean? They say it's haunted.
Show yourself.
V.O.T.G.
Selling dope, knocking dollars.
V.O.T.G. Settle the drama, never settle, but I'ma never let up. Gotta get the cheddar. Life imitates art, and I do those things. When life got harder, I grew more pissed. Stressed out, smoking on Newport sticks, and drown the pain with a few more drinks.
Don't be fools, this game full of greens. So through this rap, I speak to the streets. Keeping it true blue for them real G's. And our true fans that can feel this. V.O.T.G.
Ya, por favor. Hey, slide down to this.
Little Loxa, así yo me apido. Pon atención a lo que ha sido. Lo malo bueno pa' ser al tiro. Y no sé las pendejadas que hice una vez. Yo vengo de su centro, área 213.
My name is Rob Lodarski. I'm a paranormal investigator. I've written a lot of books on history and hauntings around the United States. Anyway, this place is one of my favorite places, the Lincoln Heights Jail, because I worked in Los Angeles archaeologically and worked along this corridor. The river runs by it. The jail was actually, I think there was an original jail on this site. This was built, I think, in 1931, and initially housed something like 625 prisoners. But the history is kind of interesting because part of the paranormal stuff that I've done in this building, we picked up a heck of a lot of female energy. I mean, a lot. And everybody's going, wasn't this a male prison? You know, mainly for, you know, people who had broken the law, who were male predominantly. And then we found out when we got all these female voices, the person who was here, the historian at the time, said, no, there was a lot of women. In fact, the male and female populations were segregated. We found some old photographs. We're working with Rob Hernandez right now, who basically got us in this time. But the times I've been here, we've had door slam. We have had female scream. We've seen at least 3 apparitions of a guard. We call it Lady in White. And then in the holding cells, there's so many cells here, you know, on the different floors, that there isn't a time we've come in here that we didn't have something happen. The basement area has the morgue, which we did an EVP session this time, and actually got a couple of voices, which we'll have to run in the computer. But we were in the, they have the kitchen area. They have the laundry room area. We were in the laundry room closing up one time. We heard a female scream, and we turned around. It was so loud. We said, do you need help? Just out of instinct. And we heard a male go, get out of here now. It was that deep. we were with Kiss FM doing an episode of Mystery Men, doing a filming, and we all turn and go, "Did you hear that?" And it came in the back area where nobody really wanted to go. Now we know why. But doors slamming. They had actually prisoners here, serial killers, a couple of them who were incarcerated here. I think somebody said that Al Capone was actually here for a short time. During the Watts riots, before this closed, they actually kept a lot of the people that the police captured, looting and everything. They brought them here and incarcerated them in the cells. I think the cell blocks mainly are on the second and third and fourth floor, if I can remember. But they're really the people that work here. There's now a bilingual center here. They all report late at night hearing sounds of people shuffling, screaming, conversations, women screaming. Primarily, there's a lot of female energy, I think, because there might have been a lot of abuse here by the guards. But there's a routine on the third floor. There's an area where they see this man, this guy in a uniform, continually walking by the certain area. Probably residual energy, because everybody reports him wearing the same thing, walking around on the corridor, peeking in, and then disappearing. So my guess is probably residual. Never interacts with people. But on that same floor, there is another man who is seen in a kind of a, I don't know if it would be the holding cell or the area where the guards would have sat watching the people as they came in. And he will literally talk to you. We've had one of the groups from San Diego here, and one of the women was standing in the room, and we were all standing in front looking at her, taking pictures, and you could see a man walk right behind her and pull her hair. At that moment, she turns around and goes, "Who was that?" And it was just it was a weird thing to actually see something and then have her react like that. Cold spots, the EMF meters reacting kind of violently. I mean, they shoot all the way up. We've had a temperature drop from a day when it was 81, and one of the rooms dropped to 55 degrees in probably about a minute, and then boom, shot right up. It's just an extremely active place. It's still in use. In fact, I don't know what they plan to do with it, but they do now allow paranormal investigations, which is kind of cool, because we're getting a lot of data back, feedback.
The jail was built in 1936. It was closed in 1965, just after the Watts riots. Paranormal activity here is pretty crazy. There's a few apparitions. There's a female in white that is seen here in the lobby area, and she's also been seen on the second floor. There's another apparition called Blue Boy. I think, in my personal opinion, think that his name is Alejandro de Tio, who was killed in a fight. He has suffered from some head trauma. As far as paranormal claims, like I said, there's a couple of apparitions that are seen. A lot of personal experiences, like today, somebody's backpack opened up, everything flew out. I had a personal experience in opening up the door to get into the jail area. The door wouldn't open. We were trying to force it open, would not budge, finally opened up. We've actually caught so many EVPs here, Class A EVPs. Caught a Class A EVP of a woman screaming for help. We hear disembodied voices, just so audibly heard disembodied voices, chit-chatter down the main hall. There's so much activity. This is an incredible location. The women's and the men's bathrooms both have activity. Women are afraid actually to use this downstairs bathroom. The basement, the theater. They see a woman walk in the theater. She actually performed a song in opera. They thought it was an actual woman, a performer, and people were like, "Who's that?" And then she just disappeared. Another woman, another actress had a conversation with a Hispanic male. She described him. She said that they had a long conversation. He turned around, walked away, and he disappeared. ended up being, when she kind of described what she saw, Cecilia here said that was Blue Boy. So, and she has seen him several times. There used to be a boxing gym up on the 5th floor. There was a trainer who managed and ran the gym. His name was Johnny Flores. One night Johnny was closing up the gym, went to step into the elevator. The elevator was between floors. He ended up falling to his death, landed at the bottom of the elevator shaft. They found his body the next day. So I caught a Class A EVP asking Johnny what happened to you, and it said died. I played the EVP for somebody, and they identified him. That's Johnny Flores after the playback. The first time I was here in the building, pardon me, I was walking down the hallway. At the end of the hall, there was only myself and one person here in the building, and I heard some people talking, like chattering. I couldn't really make out what they were saying, so I went and grabbed Cecilia and said, "Hey, come here for a minute." Try to validate, if there was anybody else here. And I described what I heard, and she said, "Wait a minute, I hear voices in the same spot all the time." So we're able to hear that. So she validated what I just heard.